Now, if y'all know anything about the early Atlanta scene, before the Little Babies and the Gunners were a thing that you know about today, there were a few prime people that kept Atlanta relevant. I'm talking back in the World Star Hip Hop days when you had girls like Cat Stacks blowing up and making videos, as there was a guy who went viral himself for being her security and punking one of Lil Bow Wow's homies for disrespecting her. Yes, Young Mazi. Before Young Mazi was a rapper that people know of, he was an interesting character and always seemed like he was meant to be in the spotlight. The only problem is his street antics and who he was seemed to always catch up to him, as almost every other day we would hear something about Young Mazi, whether it was getting into it with someone or getting into a fight, or even worse, him getting shot. With getting shot being the worst, Mazi has survived several shootings that almost claimed his life, but it seemed like the last one he just couldn't dodge. Mazi getting shot became so normal that after a while when he did, everyone just expected him to pull through. He was shot in his head before and survived, shot multiple times in his body and survived, but maybe this time he just got tired of fighting. Now some people say that it could be that, or it could be because of him having a hand in the street, because rumor has it, Mazi was known for running off on the plug. So some believe it was money put on his head, which would explain why he kept getting into altercations. But I always meant to do a video based on Mazi's life because the way he was shot and unalived the last time just kinda never made sense. He made a few slip-ups by showing his car and his location in real time, but the way it happened was sketchy. All day he was with a friend and he had his daughter with him as he is seen shopping with the both of them. But once he dropped them off, and the minute he's alone and going to a pizza shop by himself, suddenly he's shot and unalive. And his friend is no longer around when everything transpired, when he was there literally the whole day. I don't know the details too much, but I always found it sketchy, especially with the suspects knowing exactly when to strike at what perfect time, and the fact that nobody was ever captured for his unaliving. Strange. But with that being said, we're going to get into this video to see what's going on by Dose of Mystery. Y'all hit that thumbs up button so we can get this video into the algorithm. And if you not subscribed to the platform already, make sure you do so now. Let's get into it.
But our sources confirmed this morning that it is in fact Young Mazi.
Atlanta police homicide detectives were here at the scene looking around. They were looking here at this memorial that friends left earlier this afternoon. I'm told that officers at a nearby substation heard the shots last night.
Shot up again about 3 more times. I've been shot 10 times. At first, I ain't believe this shit really happened.
Hey, yo, this how you know it's somebody old that we talking about, right? When the last time you seen him? What's his name? I think his name is King or something. He had like a twin, and they was trying to act like Young Thug. And y'all remember him? Where he been? Crazy.
Cause I really just in shock. It shocked me.
It was a Sunday in Atlanta, August 6th, 2017. By all appearances, Young Mazi was living the life he always did, loud, fast, and in full view of the internet. He'd been on Instagram throughout the day, flashing money, sharing laughs with his young daughter. And showing off his signature white Mercedes-Benz. From the mall to a quick food run to dropping her off, he streamed it all like nothing in the world could touch him.
Oh, flag.
Late that afternoon, he stopped at a gas station in his zone, laughing with a friend on live, but his tone shifted when someone off camera walked too close. Mazi turned, tense but grinning. "Don't walk up on me unless I can see your hands," he warned. "I swear to God, I'll bow.
What we doing? Fucking spend that type of money. Okay? Yeah, everybody want to walk up on me, put your hands in the air. Put your hands in the air when you walk up on me. I swear to God, bow.
It was more than just bravado. Mazi had survived over a dozen shootings. He knew better than anyone how quickly a smile could turn into blood on the pavement. That evening, he headed to Urban Pie, a pizza shop in the Kirkwood neighborhood. It was a familiar spot, tucked into a quiet strip near Hosey Williams Drive. Mazi had been here before. He probably didn't think twice. What he didn't know was that someone had been watching. At 8:55 p.m., just as Mazi exited the restaurant with his order, he walked back towards his parked Benz. Less than 200 feet away sat the Zone 6 Atlanta Police Precinct. Officers were inside. Everything should have been safe, but that didn't matter. A gunman stepped out from the shadows and opened fire.
At the intersection of...
This is why it was always weird to me, right? Because the precinct was literally like, you could almost say down the block, right? I don't know too many people that's that brazen to do something like that. Right? And then the area, if you're familiar with Atlanta, the area that they was in, or he was in, where he got shot at, 9 times out of 10, he thought he was low because that's like a very low area. Unless he was followed, that's the only way. But what a coincidence that when he dropped his daughter off and the friend disappears, suddenly he gets ambushed. But then you also got to pay attention to this guy. I don't know.
Oakview Road and Hosea Williams Drive. A little before 9 p.m., the victim was found with multiple gunshot wounds and police believe he was targeted.
Witnesses said the shots rang out fast and heavy. Police heard them and rushed outside, but by the time they reached the sidewalk, Mazi was already on the ground. Young Mazi was lying on the pavement, shot multiple times in the chest. His food was still nearby. His car door hadn't even opened. Witnesses said a man had walked up calmly and started firing. No argument, no warning. It was clean, surgical, a targeted hit.
From what we are told, the shooting happened at the pizza restaurant right behind me, located at the intersection of Oakview Road and Hosea Williams around 9 p.m. The victim was found with multiple gunshot wounds and police believe he was targeted.
The shooter was...
And this is why a lot of people feel that it may have been a targeted hit. It may have been a hit, period. Because clearly they say he walked up calm and shot him. 9 times out of 10, if he was an op of his, he would have reacted different. He wouldn't have got that close to him because he would have noticed who he was. But could you imagine you just thinking you about to go get something to eat, go home and relax, you spend time with your daughter and then boom.
Described as a black male with dreadlocks pulled back, wearing a white t-shirt, he fled west on foot. In a city with eyes on every corner, no one saw where he went. Officers performed CPR until medics arrived, but Mazi was already gone.
The pizza shop is just steps away from APD Zone 6, where Lieutenant Vasquez says officers on duty heard the shots and ran out to investigate.
At that point in time, they tried to render aid, but he was deceased on scene.
Young Mazi was laid to rest at Forest Lawn Cemetery in Atlanta. Family, friends, and a tight circle from the city's rap scene gathered to pay their respects.
I came late to the but yeah, I helped, I put some dirt on his grave, put it like that. I helped bury him.
There weren't camera crews or press releases, just silence, sorrow, and the weight of another loss.
But you never seen, you don't never, when Mazi, I just kind of just smoked weed and drunk lean and kind of blacked out into the day of the and that's when you see everything in your face, so that's when you really be knowing, damn.
Though the funeral itself was low-key, a different kind of memorial began to form just steps from where he was hit. The people who had just seen him, laughed with him, and made plans with him were left trying to make sense of it. BMG Sonny was with Mazi the night before he passed away. In an interview, Sonny recalled how they went shopping together and hung out downtown.
I was with him the night before he
You were?
Yeah, I was on the night before I died. I had just got out for a house arrest. I don't never hang with, I don't never me and him got the type of, I don't gotta talk to him, or I don't gotta be around him to know his love, or you know what I'm saying? I can go 2-3 weeks without me and him even talking, but we see each other, we just buddy, it's my buddy. So we just drink lean and do whatever we wanna do. We go shopping and just up paper, whatever we do.
When Sonny got the call the next day, he couldn't believe it.
Mazi just got shot. This shit sounds so crazy to even say this, but I didn't got so many calls about him getting shot. I never thought he would. That shit sound crazy. When I got the call, man, he might get shot. Where the hell he at, man? And they were like, man, he dead. I he dead. He man, he dead. I yeah, he dead. He man, he right in front of me right now.
King.
See what I said? The man that got shot so many times, people just already automatically assumed that he was gonna be okay. He was just one of them guys. No matter how much, he done got shot in his head, he done got shot in his torso. The shots I know about happen to be at least 3. He said he'd been shot over 10 times. I know about 3 that he survived, but...
Another close friend said the news blindsided him.
At first, I ain't believe it really happened until, I saw the news or whatever, because I really just in shock. It shocked me.
To King, Mazi was more than a rapper.
This family was a good dude. He was a leader too, you hear me? And he had his own, he wanted to do what he wanted to do. And that was he wanted to succeed, he wanted to, you hear me? That's what I was with.
He was someone trying to lead and provide.
Mazi was a wonderful, a wonderful dude, a wonderful person, He just wanted the best for his family, and, to feed his children, his kids and shit.
Joe Sarur, a celebrity stylist and close friend, remembered how Mazi looked out for her in a world where most men didn't.
Mazi was like the type of guy that I would always, if I was in any type of trouble, if anybody ever bothered me, if anything ever happened, like that's the one person that I would call, and Mazi would always show up. Like,
I want to know why, right? But now, all jokes aside, those type of women I stay far away from. I'm gonna tell y'all why. They take advantage of that type of bond, right? And Mazi was that type of guy. Like I told y'all before, he was like the type of guy that he's gonna protect the women, right? He was like cat stack security. He was making sure he was front line with her. And I'm not saying her because I don't know their situation. I'm just saying in general, a lot of women, they take advantage knowing they have a man that's gonna come and do anything, especially if he's really like that. Especially if you got any type of respect. They be out here pumping their chests out, waiting to get into problems, and be throwing guys into beefs that's unnecessary, or sometimes they start themselves because they feel that they got that leverage. They feel that they got that backup.
Like no matter the time, the day, he's literally one of the realest people I've ever met, and I miss him.
She saw him just hours before he passed away at the mall with his daughter.
I actually saw Mazi like an hour before he died.
Oh, you were in Atlanta?
Yeah.
See, and this was another thing that was kind of weird because a lot of people saying they seen him before he passed, but from our recollection, the only thing he was doing was with his daughter. He was on live, he was with that friend, and then he got off of live for a minute, but that was it. It seemed like right after he got off of live, that's when he got unalived.
I was in Atlanta. I was with Mr. Ruggs. We were in Insta Blue, and Mazi was with his daughter in the mall, and then he came by Insta Blue. I saw him for like a good 20 minutes, and he said, me and Mr. Ruggs and all of us, we were gonna go to the club. And Mazi hates clubs, so he was like, no, I'm gonna go downtown.
BMG Sonny was with Mazi the night before he passed away. In an interview, Sonny recalled how they went shopping together and hung out downtown. Among those who spoke out publicly was Draka Gates, wife of rapper Kevin Gates. She had known Mazi personally and shared her grief in a heartfelt Instagram post. He dealt with a lot of pain, a lot of heartache. He was suffering. I know one thing is for sure, and that he is finally happy. He's where he wants to be. He's finally at peace. May Allah forgive him for the bad and reward him for the good he's done. Young Thug kept it simple with the rest in peace, Mazi. Travis Scott said, rest easy, my brother, Young Mazi. For those who loved him on and off the mic, this wasn't about headlines or history. This is about Jabril, a father, a friend, a fighter.
His family, his close friends, everyone online is saying, it's sad that this has happened to him. And we're still waiting to get confirmation from APD, so we'll see how everything ties together as they continue to investigate.
To the world, he was Young Mazi, the Atlanta rapper who bragged about being shot and survived enough bullets to make it sound like a punchline. His music, raw and unfiltered, told stories of pain, pride, and paranoia. He wasn't known for chart-topping hits, but for energy, for honesty, for recklessness. His catalog included songs like Take My Life.
Hold up, I got shot in my head, niggas both that night.
Tracks that blurred the lines between prophecy and performance.
Was it worth it? I like that record because it just tells the streets story. Like, was it worth it to run off with my money, or was it worth it to tell on my partner? Make your decision in your life. Was it worth it? Because a lot of things end up with murder when you do the wrong thing. You did what I'm saying. It's the street way.
More than any.
Now that was the Young Mazi, if I'm not mistaken, before the last time he got shot. I don't know if they're gonna show it, but after he got shot, he wasn't like that no more. He was very different. He was very slurry. He got you know, the drugs. I think because after that interview, he would get shot in his head. But as y'all know, man, when somebody gets shot in the head, they never tend to be the same. Whether it's the drugs, whether it's the trauma, no matter what it is, it never be the same. And after that, he never was the same.
Mazi was known for his friendship with Kevin Gates.
Kevin Gates, my brother, we are BWA.
The two were tight, publicly and privately. They recorded together, moved together, and shared a brotherhood rooted in both music and struggle. Mazi often referred to Gates as family.
Me and Kevin Gates, we like real brothers. We've known each other for so long. We've been side by side. When he was pushing his music, I was pushing my music. And yeah, when he was handing out his mixtape, we go in the street to hand them out ourselves. And he came, I brought him to Atlanta. I'm handing out his mixtape. People asking for mine. I didn't even have mine in my hand. But anybody that I'm around, I mess with them 100%. So I want my brother to shine as much as I want myself to shine.
He was also fiercely independent, especially after Kevin Gates went to prison. In interviews, Mazi said he preferred not to roll with the crew. He didn't like checking in with anyone.
I don't really like a lot of people around me. We move really kind of real small group of people because I don't trust everybody. I don't like being around everybody. All I need is me, my brother Matt, or my brother Riyadh, my cousin, Cinematic Man, that he keep the camera. He did. Not really.
He wore what he wanted, drove what he wanted, and didn't care who had a problem with it.
Just look at me, man. I don't look like these ugly ass rappers. All these ugly ass rappers out here, man. Come on. That's what set me apart.
His style was bold, chains, designer clothes, a white Benz he drove throughout his own neighborhood like a parade float. He was cocky, unapologetic, and unpredictable. But there was pain too. Mazi lost his sister when he was just 13. Her passing haunted him. In one post he wrote, "Happy birthday to my sister. I love and miss you. I can't wait to see you in the afterlife. I swear, Allah, please stop keeping me here." He was open about his trauma, how it shaped him into the man he had become, his worldview, and his sense of time.
Now, a lot of people felt that he wanted to leave Earth because not only did he lose his sister, but he lost his brother, in which I hope they get into.
And said he didn't expect to live long, that his life was already borrowed.
It hurts, it burns a little bit, but after a while I got used to him because I was the type of person that inflicted pain on myself because I like pain, so I can get through. I feel like it makes you strong, and I feel like I'm a very strong person, but getting shot is definitely something you don't want to do.
In the mid-2010s, Young Mazi faced one of the most serious legal threats of his life, a rack of charges that could have landed him behind bars for up to 20 years. The case was fierce. Mazi was accused of possession of dope, unlawful possession of a firearm as a felon, possession of a knife during an attempted felony, and receiving stolen property, the works. Prosecutors were coming after him hard, and at one point, he was staring down 2 decades in prison. But Mazi didn't go quietly. According to a sit-down interview with DJ Smalls, he beat the charges, surprising everyone, including himself, and walked out free with probation.
So I'm definitely with that. I'm drug-free, and I'm happy I just beat the case. Yeah, they tried to put me away for 20 years. I beat that. Aggravated assault, felon with firearms. I just beat all that. You know, it costs a lot, but I beat it, so I'm happy about that.
In the days after Young Mazi.
And what I tell y'all all the time, sometimes it's not what you know, sometimes it's who you know, sometimes it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. And if you got enough money in the court of law, allegedly,
he was hit. While part of the city mourned, others speculated that it wasn't just jury and tweets. Mazi had made real enemies, multiple people in Atlanta claiming he was finessing, scamming, stealing, running off with money and dope. Young Mazi had tangled with established names in Atlanta's rap scene, including Young Dro. The tension simmered quietly until a video surfaced on World Star Hip Hop. In it, Mazi stares directly into the camera and challenges Dro.
Bro, I'ma see you, homeboy, on your little roll gold rims, the old broke ass nigga. Mazi gonna come see you.
According to background chatter, this beef stemmed from alleged chain or watch snatching, and Mazi even accused Dro of orchestrating a video stunt, sending goons to confront him at the same gas station where Cat Stacks was filming.
You was with my homie last time, and I thought you were with him. That's the only reason you gotta pass my. When I figure out you ain't with my homie, bro, it's over.
DJ Burn One didn't mince words when it came to Mazi's street lifestyle. Mazi's story should serve as a cautionary tale to all young finessers. Karma is real. There were no official suspects, but many people had their theories. And one name came up more than most, Day Day. In tweets that have since been deleted, Day Day.
Now, for y'all that don't know, Day Day was also another Atlanta rapper. So let's go back a little bit. A lot of people say that Young Mazi was out here finessing, he was running off on a plug, he was giving out fake work, taking money. Listen, I don't want to get into too much, but anyway, if you know, you know. Now with Day, they saying that, you know, he may have allegedly been a suspect. And it's for many reasons, but not only that, when you get into the description of the suspects, that witnesses say they saw the night Young Mazi was shot and unalive, it fits Young Day description.
They wrote, I told y'all before, stop asking me about Mazi. I could care less about him. Me and him had real street issues. He didn't stop there. In another tweet, he added, nobody got S on me. I ain't been charged with no MFing thing. My hands are like OJ. They clean but dirty. And finally, the facts are...
There you go. See, and you know what's crazy? These guys really get on here and say these things and think that they're okay. Think that the cops don't understand. He said, my hands is like OJ. They clean, but dirty. So that could either mean he's behind it, he did it, but just didn't get caught, or he's behind it, but he sent somebody else to do his dirty work.
He's not here anymore. He got dealt with for all that stuff he did. His crew or his people know what's up. Day never outright confessed to anything, but he made no effort to hide his feelings. And that wasn't the only theory. Internet personality Kat Stacks tweeted cryptically that she was told the setup came from within. Stacks and Mazi had a tumultuous relationship in the past. So many took her words with a grain of salt. Others thought it had nothing to do with rap. They said Mazi had burned bridges in the streets, moved through dangerous circles, and acted untouchable. In a candid interview, Atlanta rapper Wildlife Hunted recalled a moment that perfectly captured Young Mazi's complex code of street loyalty, even when bending the rules. It started innocently enough. Mazi wanted a new tattoo and asked Wildlife to bring someone by his loft in Buckhead. Wildlife delivered, calling up a tattoo artist he barely knew, but trusted just enough to bring to Mazi's home. The session seemed to go smoothly, but soon after began blowing up Wildlife's phone, demanding to speak to the artist. When they handed over the phone, the artist dug down in his seat, clearly shaken. Moments later, Mazi asked for their location and showed up fast. That's when things got wild.
Double back. As we going into the apartment, the tattoo artist double back because he left his tattoo equipment inside the car. So we like, all right, bet, go handle that. As he's going back down the steps from the apartment, he sees somebody running in his car. He sees somebody jump out the truck and run in his car. Now, the guy ran in his car, he took all of his equipment, jumped in the truck, and sped off.
According to Wildlife, Mazi confiscated the artist's tattoo gun, laptop, and gear, and refused to give it back unless the man came and explained himself face to face. But the artist never did. After fleeing the scene, abandoning his rental car in a dead-end lot, he called later saying he was skipping town. In 2015, Young Mazi launched a bold stunt that quickly became one of the most talked about moments in Atlanta underground rap history. He called it the slap.
Oh, see, they didn't explain the whole situation with the tattoo artist. If I'm not mistaken, I think the tattoo artist took some money that he seen laying around or charged them extra. I forgot what it was, but it was a situation where the tattoo artist was actually wrong and Young Mazi came to address him. He didn't want to address him, so he took his equipment and told him, in order for you to get your equipment back, you got to talk to me face to face. The tattoo artist said, no, I ain't doing it, and he just lost his equipment.
Slap a rapper challenge.
Slap a rapper challenge, man. That's, when sometimes you get tired of people outside the mall and trying to hassle you about your mixtape and can I get a donation for this and that. Hey, man, if you want people to listen to your music, sometimes you got to give it to them. You're going to have to just take that loss. You have to put in your own money to your own craft to get to a certain place in your life. So sometimes, if you might not like a rapper, they might have played you at one point. So you just go to the studio and you walk in the booth and you slap. You get what I'm saying?
In a video posted online, Mazi declared that if any rapper had a problem with him, he would find them and slap them, no questions asked.
I start that slap a rapper challenge. And rapper got anything to say about me, I'm gonna come slap.
Other artists took notice.
Slap a rapper challenge. I've been slapping because I just slapped you about 2 days ago. You understand me? And my nigga dog video.
Look at Sauce. He He been talking the way he been talking for the longest. Look how young he look.
Slap a rapper challenge. I've been slapping niggas. I just slapped you about 2 days ago. You understand me? And my nigga dog video.
Hey man, word around town, slap a rapper challenge going around. Don't get your saying shit.
Hey, what it is Young Buck. I see the homeboy Young Mazi got you rap niggas out there running scared and shit with the slap a rapper challenge. We f***ing with it. F***ing slap shit out of something. Some of these niggas need the shit slapped out of.
Including the rapper Trouble, who some believe shot Young Mazi. Whether it was due to his street life or finessing reputation, Young Mazi had been shot multiple times before his passing.
You can feel my pain from life experiences. I've been shot over 7 times. I done been, my little brother, my sister got murdered. I got people I lost in my life, so I just want you to feel the seriousness in my voice and everything. It's not no stories. I'm not no storyteller, because some great storytellers in the business, and you'll believe that they doing what they say they doing, but they great, and I can't hate on that ever. Anybody that can make you feel like they were there with you, you do it. You're a great artist.
In interviews, he claimed to have been shot at least 10 times. The injuries weren't minor. He'd been hit in the arm, leg, chest, stomach, even his head. In a June 2016 interview with DJ Smalls, Mazi described the toll the retaliatory attacks had taken. I might walk around with $250,000 worth of jewelry. Some people don't like real dudes. He said jealousy played a role. The lifestyle, flashy and unapologetic, came with the cost.
Why does Young Mazi keep getting shot?
Man, because look at me, for one, I'm a red dude. People always don't like the red dude for some reason.
Yeah, you know what it is too? For some reason, the light skins, they always ready. It could be the bare minimum. It don't even have to be like that. They just always ready to prove a point. They always trying to prove to you that they with it.
Cool. I'm not hating. I'm not mad. I would be mad, honestly. If I was, like you, I would be mad. So, that, and then, I might walk around with $250,000 worth of jewelry on.
But the most infamous shooting came on December 27, 2016, just after Christmas.
An Atlanta-based rapper shot at a Buckhead Waffle House early this morning. Young Mazi says he was shot 2 times, once in the chest and once in the shoulder.
Mazi was at a Waffle House in Atlanta's Buckhead neighborhood when someone opened fire. A bullet struck him in the chest. He was rushed to the hospital and survived.
A normal Waffle House run turned into anything but. Atlanta rapper Young Mazi says he was about to order an all-star special when gunfire erupted inside the restaurant on Far and Piedmont Road.
And before I can even order my food or do anything like that, I didn't see anything coming. It was just somebody came behind me and shot me twice.
The same night, he logged on to Twitter and wrote, "God made me bulletproof."
In December, we were there after someone shot Young Mazi at this Waffle House. After this shooting, he posted this message on Twitter: "God made me bulletproof."
We have to be very cognizant and conscious of the things that we say.
The tweet went viral, and in the streets, it sparked whispers. According to Mazi, after the Waffle House shooting, he struggled with money, speech, and basic reading comprehension in the months that followed.
When I got shot in my head.
Now, you know that? I always say, when you say certain things, you troll, especially when somebody try to take your life and then you troll like, "Oh, I'm still here," or guess what? That's gonna make them want to do it even more. See what I'm saying? And it seemed like whoever wanted him was very, very persistent.
I couldn't read, I couldn't write, I couldn't count money. My little brother did everything for me. I couldn't do none of that. I had to start all over and go to rehab and get everything back.
Despite it all, he didn't hide. He didn't lay low. Instead, he titled the next mixtape Physical Therapy, and he returned to recording. But with each bullet, the odds shifted. And even Mazi seemed to know it couldn't last forever. Despite public interest and pressure from fans and family, the case went cold. No arrests were made. No suspects were publicly identified. And as of today, the hit of Young Mazi remains unsolved.
Now, it's crazy. He didn't really get too in depth. There's a lot that was missing from this. And this is one of the reasons why I never did this piece on Young Mazi. Because for one, I think there's a lot of things that I don't want to say. If you know about Young Mazi, then you know, right? You don't want to be too incriminating and you don't want to be too weird with it. But there's a lot of things that was going on in Atlanta at the time, and there's a lot of reasons why people wanted his head. There's a lot of finessing going on. It was a lot. So I thought that maybe once I seen this, he was going to put some of that in there, and I could basically tell you whether yeah or no, but he kept it real base level. I mean, it is what it is, man. Young Mazi definitely had an interesting story, and even though he wasn't that big of a quote-unquote celebrity or rapper, his name was very, very, very much known in Atlanta, whether it was for good or bad, but he was very, very known. Y'all jump in the comments, let me know what y'all think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'ma keep on dropping. I'm out.